What's up guys, it's Erica here from The In-Between. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of my future Make Money Online reviews just like this one. If you're watching this video, then you've probably seen or heard about Brooke Hiddink's high ticket IO program. And his whole pitch is that you can sell high ticket products online instead of low ticket ones and make way more money with way less effort. They talk about how you can build a nice online store, use some AI tools, and start making big profits without needing a ton of customers. But like always, I want to show you what's really going on inside and what the business model itself actually looks like once you get past all the marketing. So in this review, I want to walk you through what high ticket IO teaches, what Brooke himself promises, what students themselves are actually saying about it online, and if this model is something that still holds up in 2025, or if you're looking for something that's way more stable, way less stressful, and builds you something that you actually own long-term online, much like a business model I've been running for years now that continues to pay me every single month, then go ahead and click on the link below to check it out. And just a quick disclaimer before we get started, guys, I'm not affiliated with High Ticket IO or Brooke Hiddink in any way. This is all just my honest take based on my own research, experience with the business model, and what other real users are saying about it online. With that said, let's jump right in. So High Ticket IO is Brooke Hiddink's high ticket ecom course, and the whole idea behind it is pretty simple. Instead of selling low ticket products with low profit margins, Brooke teaches you how to sell high ticket items so that every sale is worth more. So he leans very hard on the idea that beginners should skip the low ticket stuff altogether because it takes way too long to build up real profit, and that this method is a way smarter way to get into the whole ecom world even if you have zero experience. When you get inside High Ticket IO, you're given training modules that show you how to build your own Shopify store, choose your niche, find suppliers, and set up a branded site that converts. Brooke also walks you through how to design a landing page that highlights your product in a clean way so people feel like they're being guided instead of overwhelmed. And he also shows you how to plug in different AI tools to help you answer questions and help manage leads. On top of that, the course teaches you how to research products that sell for over $1,000, how to communicate with suppliers, and how to prepare your store to handle customer objections. The program also comes with a private community inside Kajabi where you can ask questions and get coaching calls. But a lot of students say it feels way more crowded than they expected, and that all the calls are packed with so many people that they barely get direct support. And on top of all of that, once the 6 months of coaching expires, you're then expected to pay again if you want more help. Now, when you look on their online rep, the reviews about High Ticket IO are pretty mixed once you actually look at what real people are saying online. On Trustpilot, some users who gave it a 1-star review said they felt completely misled because the promises didn't match the reality once they joined. They talked all about feeling like there was way more hype than substance, and that they ended up with training that didn't help them actually get sales after all the hard work they put in. Other low reviews mentioned that the program felt very disorganized or that they were left confused about how to implement what they were taught, and that they didn't see any real return on their investment after months and months of trying. So while a bunch of people are sharing good experiences, there's definitely a noticeable number of reviews where students say the results just weren't there for them and that the course itself just didn't live up to the big claims. Moving on to the cost, High Ticket IO is priced around $6,000 for the training and 6 months of coaching. And beyond that, if you want more direct one-on-one coaching from Brooke himself, that's another upsell that can easily run up to $20,000 more. Now, for a lot of people, it's obviously a big commitment, especially when the course itself doesn't even cover more advanced lead or customer management strategies as deeply as you'd expect them to. And because high ticket ecom relies heavily on paid ads, you got to count in the fact that you're going to spend way more on money testing, tweaking, and trying to get things to convert. So at the end of the day, the real cost ends up being way more than the price on the sales page. And if you know anything about e-commerce itself, the training cost is often just the beginning of the investment long term when you look at the e-com business model itself. With that being said, the biggest issue I have with the whole high ticket e-com model is that you don't really own anything except your store, and your entire income depends directly on paid ads. So if your ads stop working, your sales stop entirely. If your niche slows down, you're basically SOL, and if your suppliers run out of stock or change their pricing, your whole store starts to fall apart immediately. It's all to say that you're building something that's fragile from day one, and you have to babysit it constantly, all the meanwhile pouring a ton of money in. Beyond that, you also have to consider the fact that most high ticket customers also don't buy quickly. They research, compare, wait, and ask a ton of questions, and you end up spending way more time answering chats, sending emails, and walking people through the entire process than you actually do running your business. And even when somebody does end up buying, you're still crossing your fingers, hoping that nothing goes wrong with shipping, because if it does, the refunds will destroy your margins completely, which in the e-commerce world, it's notorious for doing exactly that. So instead of spending thousands of hours and dollars on a program like High Ticket IO and hoping your ads don't crash on you overnight, I'd much rather build something you actually control and something that keeps paying you even when you're not sitting at your computer all day. That's why if you guys have been following my channel for a while now, you'll know I run what's called the digital leasing model instead. And that's where I build small websites around local service niches people are already searching for and need all the time around the US, like plumbing, roofing, or fencing repair. Now, these services are in high demand because people need help right away, and that's what makes this model so scalable. Because when people are searching for help in their area, my site is the one that shows up first, and all of the calls go directly to the business owner I'm renting out all of the work to. And the part most people don't realize is that local markets barely have any competition online. Most small businesses don't know how to rank their own websites, so when you build a clean little site like this and get it to the top of Google, you're basically the only one showing up. That means the calls come to you first, and the business owners in that same area are very happy to pay you every single month just to keep all of the calls flowing. So you're not chasing customers like you do in the e-commerce world, and you're not worried about refunds or product issues because you're not even selling anything. You're basically just controlling the phone calls as a middleman. For example, as you guys can see here, I built this fence and repair site for Colorado Springs a little over 3 years ago, and to this day, it still continues to bring in calls month after month. The same business owner rents it out from me because it keeps their lead flow going, and they pay me like clockwork every single month without me having to touch the site. And speaking of scalability, guys, I also have this stucco plaster site that works the same exact way for the same city, and it keeps sending leads without me having to touch it. Both of these sites prove just how much demand there is locally with how little competition you're actually up against when you build digital assets like this instead of stores that depend on spending thousands and thousands of dollars on ads just to get seen. All right, guys, that's it for my full review of the High Ticket IO program by Brooke Hiddink. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future reviews like this one. And if you want to learn more about digital leasing, the same model I personally use to earn passive income every single month like clockwork, then go ahead and check out the link in the description down below for a free training that covers the whole model in complete detail. As always, thanks for catching up with me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.